why do you have to move away from your home country? Well, it might sound crazy, but to be honest, guys, it might literally change your life. Why? Because I've done it. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly why you should consider moving from your home country. Maybe not even like moving out like for life, forever, but just like for a couple of months or a couple of weeks, whatever. I'm not talking about holidays, just to be clear here. I'm not talking about going on Ibiza for 2 weeks or like 2 days on a Saturday and a Sunday. I'm literally talking about like at least I'd consider moving out from your home country for 6 months. And I'm gonna show you why. And first off, I wanna thank my mom because she always told me like, move abroad, it's gonna help you. And guys, listen to your moms, please, all right? No, but more seriously, I wanted to talk about this because it helped me so much, right? You learn so many things when you move out from your home country because the problem is that when you stay, and again, I'm not against my home country. I love my country. I grew up in Switzerland, love Switzerland, one of the best country on the planet, safe. Of course, it's a bit expensive, but it's very safe, amazing mountains, amazing everything. But the thing is, you are, and again, love my old friends and stuff like this, but it's because of the environment you're in, right? The thing is, you grow up with some people, and like you don't really want to push it further, so to speak. You're just there with your friends, and you're doing your things. You're going out. You're playing football. You maybe go to the gym, and you don't do a lot of things that are very productive for your future, right? And you stay in your comfort zone. You don't grow as much as if you go abroad. You meet new people, right? New cultures, new language, obviously. And you learn so many things just because of, like, I remember, I grew up in Switzerland, and Switzerland is very safe, right? For me, I would have never considered like finding myself in a situation where it was not safe. And I met some people from Colombia, I met some people from Mexico, I met some people from Bulgaria, and they were like telling me like, hey, I can't go out. Like, I can't go out at 2 a.m. in the evening. I was like, oh, really? Why? They were telling me, oh, because in like, and like maybe you know it because of the media, but when you hear someone and you speak with someone that has lived the experience, it's so different, right? And so you learn so many things. You learn those things because you talk with people. And second, you are away from your parents. Again, I love my parents, guys. I love my parents. Trust me, don't get me wrong here. But because you're away from your parents, you need to be independent. You need to make choices. You need to make decisions, right? And you cannot rely on your parents all the time. Because if you're 30 years old, again, don't want to sound rude here, but if you're 30 years old and you still live with your parents, man, like, come on, seriously. Like, you need to make your own choices. You need to go out there and take risks without always asking your parents. And like again, love my parents, but when they tell you like, oh, please come home for dinner, oh, make sure to do this and this and this and this. No, you're a man or you're a woman and you need to make those decisions to move forward, right? Because your brain is learning. You're learning as a man, as a woman, and this is what you have to do. Because if you stay home, then it's comfort zone. You don't need to make any decision. You always need to ask someone to make a decision, and you're not growing as a person. You're like dependent of someone at like 30 years old. Like, come on, you need to grow. And I've never like grown so much when I was abroad. I learned so many things. I learned about myself, how to make decisions. I had my first apartment when I was like 22 years old. I needed to pay the rent. I needed to figure out how to pay the rent. So I needed to get clients. I needed to get an insurance. I needed to to get clients. I needed to find people. I needed to hire a team. I needed to do all those things that would have never happened if I would have stayed in my home country with my friends, with my parents. Again, love them, but it just doesn't it doesn't move the needle forward. And this is why you should literally like leave your home country as soon as possible, because the fact of staying in your home country, in your village, you see the same friends, you have the same habits, you have everything as the same. Like since you were born up until now, like let's say you're 26, 27, like you see the same people. So you don't see anything different that is gonna shock you. Like, like I love this quote, and I wrote it on a book I published in 2020 22. I published a book, Five Secrets to Learn a Language Fast. And I said, like, we all one opportunity away from changing our lives. And it's true. Maybe you meet someone or you hear something, and this is gonna change your life. And if you stay in your village, it's less, let's say, yeah, it might not happen. It might not happen. It might, but in my case, it didn't happen, right? So I highly consider, I highly encourage you to do this. And yeah, guys, it's just crazy because you learn so many things when you're abroad and you're out of your comfort zone. You need to take those risks. You're not dependent on someone. This is just like game changer, like literally, like it's like you have to do things, and you don't need to ask permission to anyone to do those things. And you're also like, it's hard to explain, but because you're alone, right? Or even if you have roommates or whatever, you're there and you're not with your parents, you're not with other people that you grew up with. So you need to step out of your comfort zone and talk to people, because otherwise you just stay alone. So you need to talk to people. So you learn this skill. Then you're alone and you need to make decision because your parents are not going to tell you, hey, study this, study this. So you become someone. You don't become who your parents want you to become, but you become someone. This is where like your full potential can literally explode. In my case, this is where I discovered at like 21, like because I moved out and I was like, oh, but this is what I want. Because I stayed alone, I talked to people, I met so many people. I was like, this is who I want to become. But if I would have stayed, again, love my parents, but if I would have stayed in my village, listening to what my parents would have told me, I would have probably, followed a traditional university course that I didn't really like, and it wouldn't have made any sense, right? Because of this. So again, you're because when you move out, like, and you're in a different country or not in, even like, let's say if you're in the village, right, and you just move out like 45 minutes from there, it can be better. It can be better because you will make your own choices. You're gonna be alone and you can make decisions based on this. You can literally choose, like, oh, let's try this, let's try this, let's explore this, let's explore this. And it gives you a sense of curiosity, right? Because you become curious about things. You become you just want to explore new things that you maybe would have never considered, right? All of a sudden you jump into sales, or you jump into editing, or you jump into design, like that calls your attention, right? You're like, oh, let's go there. Well, let's try this thing. But if you stay in your village, in your home country, then obviously you will never do it because you stay there, right? But if you go away, all of a sudden you can see things that you would have never seen before. This is what happened with me. Like I moved out, I was like, whoa, but I can't do this. Oh wait, but I can do this as well. Oh damn, but I like this. Oh, I don't like this actually. Oh. And when you go back to your home country, you realize that you learned so much, like so much, and you grow. And for me, I like deep down, I believe that this is what we're made for. We are made to grow, right? For me, like stagnation doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It's either you grow or like you don't grow. I mean, like it's either you go up or you go down. That's it. You can't stay here because if for me, if you stay here, it means that you're going down, right? And yeah, I mean, guys, please, 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 at least try it for 6 months. You're gonna learn. Like, let's just reframe it as this. Let's say you move away 6 months. What's the worst case scenario? What's the worst case scenario if you move out like 6 months from your home country, your village? What's the worst case scenario? You lost 6 months in your life, and at least you've tried, and you've met new people, new thoughts are coming in, new perspectives are merging, right? New opportunities, maybe. You maybe learned a new language, a couple of words, you met new culture, you learned about new cultures, you learned about a different way of living. Let's say you're living in Switzerland and you go to Japan, completely different way. And it's not about, even if you stay there 2 weeks, if you stay there 6 months, you're gonna like, maybe it's gonna change your whole perspective about life, your behavior. It's gonna help you to do other things, right? So like the worst case scenario is this, that you learn a couple of words in a new language, you learn about culture, you have new thoughts coming in, new ideas, new opportunities. And maybe you're like, oh, I like this. Let me try this. Let me try this. Let me try this. And you learn. You just learn. This is crazy. You learn. And as a man, as a woman, you need to learn every single day. This is what you're going to do. And this is what happens. When you move away from your home country, please, again, love your parents. Call your parents. Tell them you love them. Tell your friends you love them. But you learn. You learn. And when you come back, if you want to come back, you come back stronger with learnings and with maybe opportunities, with maybe a new life. Who knows, right? It can just be good, right? And I've never seen someone moving away, moving abroad and coming back and said, oh, it was so bad. I didn't learn anything. Oh, cultures, it's too different. I don't like it. I learned a lot of words in a new language, don't like it. I met weird people, didn't like it. I was abroad, I didn't like it. And again, I can't understand that it's not really like, I remember because, and this is gonna be the last thing. When I was 13, no, I think I was 14 years old. I remember it was after a football game. My mother told me like, hey, like you should go like to England or somewhere like for summer. Like try to go like a couple of weeks abroad if you should do it. And I was 14 years old. And when I was 14 years old, the only thing I wanted to do in summer was playing video games and go out with my friends playing football or go to the swimming pool, right? Because it was good. It was my comfort zone, right? It was good to be with my friends, people I knew. I didn't want to meet other people. I didn't want to learn about new cultures. I didn't want to learn new languages. I just wanted to stay with my friends, play video games, and go to the swimming pool. But then I realized how stupid this was. Because imagine if you go at 14, 13 years old, even 12 years old abroad, and you see a whole different perspective. It's like literally like you see the world like this, and now you see it like this. You see, like, it's like if you literally just move your head and you see different things. Like here, I'm in a studio. Here, I see a wall. I see cables here. I see a flower. I see candles. I see a horse. Well, obviously, it's a decoration. It's not a real horse. And then if I go here, I see a camera. I see another camera here. And you see different things. I see a chair. I see a trash. I see, you see different things. This is what you have to do because you see different things and you're like, whoa, this is cool. I didn't see this before. And then you learn, right? Because all the things, like as a human being, all the things you see in your life makes you. It literally makes you, it builds you, right? This is what makes you. Like all my travels, all my experiences, moving abroad to different countries, getting an apartment, being independent, right? Getting my freedom for myself, young. It helped me to build character, hard work, discipline, and this is what you have to do. So please, I beg you, like try at least 6 months. You have nothing to lose. Just do it. And even if you're working, whatever, you can still get a job. You can still study. Like you lost, quote unquote, you might lose 6 months of your life, but so what? You lost 6 months of your life. Like let's say the average American, whatever, lives until 80 years. Oh, 6 months. What is 6 months? It's nothing, peanuts. It's not even 1% of your life. And it can literally change your life for less than 1% of your life. Are you willing to risk less than 1% of your life for this? Of course you do. So please do it. Move away from your home country now, today. Book the ticket flight. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, consider it, guys. Consider it. All right. Consider it. You can learn a lot of things, new languages. You can maybe like change your whole destiny, so to speak, right? Because you may be like thinking, and when you will go there for 6 months, wherever you go, change your whole perspective, change your destiny, because you realize and know about yourself. You learn about yourself. This is crazy. I didn't know myself until like I was 22, 23. I was just like the product of, I was just a product of my parents, so to speak, right? Because I didn't know myself. I didn't know what I wanted to do. It's crazy because when you ask a lot of young people, like 16, 17, 18 years old, like, what do you want to do in your life? Oh, I don't know. Of course, because they don't know themselves. But if they travel, they see different things. They learn different cultures. They're like, oh, this is what I want to do. And it's because they want to do it, not because their parents told them to do so. This is the thing, guys. So please do it. Move, even 3 months. Do it, consider it, check countries. And it doesn't have to be the fanciest country, Japan, whatever. Like, just pick one. It doesn't matter. If you don't like it, go back, right? And you're not going to lose anything, right? The worst case scenario, you lost 3 months of your life, 6 months of your life, and you still learned a lot of things, met amazing people, and you can even meet the woman or the man of your life. I mean, that's crazy, right? So let's go, guys. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Oh, and yeah, by the way, I forgot. But if you want to apply or if you want to work with my team to become either a language coach, salesman, whatever, we have a lot of job applications open. And if you want me to help you start or grow your language coaching business, then you can click on the link down below and I will see if and how I can help you. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.